And we're back with another game of Squadron Tower Defense. Alright, we've got, looks like maybe, oh, we got Chaos. Well, Chaos is just fine with me. Sure. Today's a good day. Today is a good day. We're looking at we have preserved passives. We do. Jackpot, man, static charge, one of my favorite passives. Does okay, just checking there. That holds. Yeah, let's see if this holds with this spacing. It should. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Oh, he built 4. A little excessive, but that's okay. I was gonna send a Marine on round 1. Might have done the work there, but we're just gonna hold off. Very early game, and let's see. Okay, well, big fan of that tank, and we'll add a flux. Okay, so Essence, pretty strong. A Craggy wouldn't have been bad here either, because it's got a lot of health. But I think Essence is the way to go. So we're gonna gas up and we'll send him something. Okay, I got a Titan Strider. We'll see if that makes a difference. I don't think it will, and all I need is 80. Probably, maybe I'll send a Marauder on wave 3. Sounds tasty to me. Yeah, so we will go the Room Guard and a couple of these. And yeah, Marauder seems solid. So we'll see how that goes. This should hold. Could be wrong. But the Room Guards are pretty strong. You mix it with the passive we have here, and it's pretty stupid. So probably don't. Now for the Marines, I'm gonna. For the Marines, I'm going to upgrade a little bit more. Even though I probably could afford to gas one more time, it's okay. I don't need to be coming out the gates too strong. Okay. So, we don't have any slows other than the Mudman, which is a decent slow. But we're going to look for some additional slows here. Excuse me. And you know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep them. Usually I'd like to upgrade the other units first, since that upgrades the attack speed of these units, but it doesn't really matter. gas a little bit more now. Upgrade the other Rune Guard. Looks like the Marauder might have broken through. Let's take a look. Maybe. Can't tell if that's who got it. Very possible. Yeah, see, the Rune Guards and Daemons are some of the strongest early games. Looks like I could have gassed a little bit sooner. When it's that close, you know, if I'm really trying, I could do the math in my head and just, I mean, it's pretty simple, but if I'm just chilling, you know, just because you never know what builder you'll get to, you know, maybe I would have got a mech or nature and want to build something else up here, you know, so it's okay to carry some of your gas into the next one. Now, pretty soon here I'm gonna start upping the SS because I like to have RBG complete at the end of 8, but since I didn't build the income up yet, I'm gonna wait just a second. So with the Roachies, that ought to help with those, and I can go with the
additional supply depots required.
Maybe not. Nightcrawlers are probably the way to go. Or I'll just max it out with the Oceanus. Call it a day there. Now these units, they're not particularly strong for the minerals. Now the good thing about this unit is for the supply, they're very strong. So you know, for your late game, you want these couple at least. And yeah, you want a couple at least, because they heal your team. They're pretty solid. 105, so it's probably what I'll go with here. If I could have done the Nightcrawler, I could have sold one of these and done it probably, but that's all right. Also, a Spectre would have been decent to put a Spectre for a slow, but I think we'll be okay. The Zergling's slow, the Spitter slows, and the Mudman slows. Now you usually want at least 2 Spitters. It stacks 3 times, so you know you can. Pretty sure it stacks 3 times. Yeah, 1 per Spitter. So. This is the classic kind of build where you have units with enough range that all the melees just circle around your tanks, and then you know your range just bury them down. Now one thing that I like is 3 obliterators, just kind of pretty close, that just are going to slow the boss down quite a bit. Now one thing I don't have, which would be nice, is like either 1 melee or 1 Zeus just in the back, some long range damage. So I'm going to hold out for one of those. Looks like we're just about up here. So you know, if there was a giant leak on this wave, which I may leak on this wave. No, Oceanus is decent. If we leaked big, we would have had it completed, so it wouldn't have mattered as much. This is always a super strong unit. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade 2 of these, and one of those. So you can build, I don't know, 5 of these, or I guess they stack 8 times, so you could build 8 Sentinels. They do take up a lot of supply. I don't recommend them in the very late game, but Yeah, you could build them. So this wave's always a little bit tough, but with this build I've got, it's a piece of cake. This game's going pretty strong, so we'll see if people can hold out. There we go. A couple of Rangers probably be pretty good. I could build another one. So really worked out pretty perfect there. Obviously could have upgraded a Ling instead of this guy, but I'll take these three. And then I've got enough damage here that the slows and everything should work pretty well, so we'll see. Now, I like to get, our R's for the boss wave, but I'm not worried about this wave at all. So I like blue, blue, green, and red, red, red for wave 12. And usually I like to be at 10 and 2 for the boss wave, but I went ahead and overbuilt a little bit. So I'm just going to gas a little extra here while we got our slow boys leaking. Let's see how the team's doing. So income wise, 103, 117. That's it's not exactly where I want it to be at 103, but it's not bad. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on up in the SS for now, because 12 can get you, 11 can get you too if you're not careful. Okay. Now, I really like the Nether Lord, but I don't have enough to build it, so to be honest, I probably hold this anyway, but I like a couple flux. Just gonna build one. And then we're gonna do red, red, red. So I'm cranking up the SS. Not a lot, not really much help here, but it needs to be done. You know, there's so many games you lose on 12 because you didn't up the SS enough, and it's just you just don't want to be there. Not worth it. Well, actually, really want to get 180, but if I'm leaking here, pretty close to leaking. Actually, look at that. Just where you want it. If he's gonna leak, it's gonna be a close one here for him too. He's got regen. Yeah, so I'll keep that speed on. And we'll have this done easy breezy by the end of 12. Now, team's doing pretty decent. Okay, we had someone else help me a little bit with red, red. So, you know, wardens. I like to have a couple wardens, if I can. Essentially, you just don't want, like very late game, you want a stun machine. So I put like a couple wardens on the front line, but mostly it's Krogaths with Hercules and Nether Masters behind them, or whatever they're, Nether Lords, I can't remember, the ones that decrease the damage. So then I'll do one of these here, and I'm just going to, since I didn't really get any big sins, I'm just going to eco send. Now 13 shouldn't be too difficult. I've got some AoE. If you have like big AoE units, you can gas super hard right here, but I'm going to save a little bit of my minerals because I don't have like a guaranteed AoE nuke team here. Now see, this is why you have those three done. This is why I invested in the SS, because, you know, even though team's doing okay, what if I leak there, you know? That would have been really rough. And if I wouldn't have upped the SS, you know, we definitely would have been pretty close to dead here, you know? But since we have the SS, You know, easy breezy. And that was mostly just me. So here we go. Elite Warden is solid. And then we'll go ahead and up this. So here we go. Also, this passive is just great. This is fantastic. It's helped me a whole bunch. Now the Warden stuns, which is pretty sweet. So a couple Wardens to help stun is always really good.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
And we're still eco-sending. Now next wave is a tough wave, so I don't want to gas very much. 14 is a wave a lot of people lose on as well, so it's kind of a tough place because you don't want to fall too far behind on gas, but you also don't want to lose. So it seems like my team is upping this, so I'll help them finish. Red, blue, blue, and we have an Eidolon. I can build the Eidolon. Yeah, I'll go ahead and build the Eidolon. And go ahead and upgrade both of these lings. Eidolon, when you upgrade them to the Melano, decent stun, decent AoE stun. And I did not get, can't see, okay, I did get that, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade the shields, because there's a decent chance that team's leaking. If I got that, I'll be leaking for sure. Didn't leak a whole lot. Looks like we're going to be just fine. So, I'm just going to go back to eco-sending, upgrade gas a little bit.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Now next wave should be no problem at all. Probably just gas for the lurkers. Now some people, they have a strategy where since people think they can gas on lurkers, they send really heavy on that wave, which is quite funny. I should have, I might want to build a tank there, but that's okay. I got a Neo tank, I mean. I can build this guy instead though. He's pretty solid. I like, this is my favorite tank. Cyborgs up here, these two, and then all across these, and right here, just cyborgs. So eventually I'll sell the rune guards and the zerglings eventually. Now 16's a tough wave, but you really want to try and be maxed pretty soon. And I'm going to have to carry this guy later, our team is, because you see this income discrepancy is too big. When you get to this point in the game, you really need bigger income. Now, if I'm leaking here, I'm going to need to hold off on the extra gas, which is normally what I would do here. So, my tank line isn't where it needs to be for the lurkers, or for any part of the game right now. Also, you know, should probably upgrade that Melano in the back, but
out with it.
If I can do this and upgrade this. That ought to be enough for the Hellions. We'll see. Not sure about it. Hellions are pretty tough, so I'll stop that, and we'll help with this one here. I didn't get sent too much. Hellions are pretty tough, but you see that big stun? Pretty decent with the Melano. Normally, I really like a Hercules for these guys that just all get stunned. I will say 17 is a big wave. A lot of people lose on 17, 19 boss wave. This guy got a Thor. No worries. So team on gas. We got Bucko, who's doing decent on gas, but if it was just Bucko in this game, he would have lost. Well, maybe not. He's only got 9 leaks, but his SS is abysmal. Multiple cyborgs are excellent. Neo Tank is probably a little bit more excellent. So I'm going to go with the Neo Tank and this. Okay, I'm going to be sending Hybrid Dominator. We're just going to test it out a little bit, see how they do. I'll help SS here. I don't think we're going to have any problems. So I will gas.
Not enough minerals.
I could be totally wrong here. I could be leaking out my ass. So we'll just fucking see. It looks like I'm holding, but you never can fucking tell with these little shits. Still got the Melano in the back, so I think the tank helped a bit there. There we go. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna get some of that. Almost maxed. 17, about 450 off, which is not bad. A good game, you're maxed like about 415. What in the world? Okay, so we are definitely upgrading the tank, the Doomsday Machine. So here, I will be maxed. But the problem is that this tank line is not that great. I need a Hercules. I need to put them right here because of where all these tanks are. Usually I want them right here, but I'll put my Hercules right here. That way all these units would get well, this guy's trying to end the game. Trying to send feederlings and stuff on 19. I just like a late game. My favorite. I got a Hybrid Dominator, so but this bitch did not know that I already got myself a Doomsday Machine, so it doesn't matter. You're not touching the you're not even touching it. We are gonna max out. So
Not enough minerals.
maxed out. It'll be done by 19. They tried to end it on this wave of all waves. I almost see nobody end it on 18. These guys just aren't that strong. Now layouts, I see it end on the layouts all the time. So we'll see if maxing out gas was a mistake. I don't think so. We'll go here, upgrade this.
Additional supply depots required.
And we'll put one there, and we'll put one here. So, beefing up the tank line. This, the Doomsday Machine is super strong versus these guys. And, so is the Melano. So you saw just a big AoE stun right there. That's because they're all little tiny little bitches, and they get grouped up and they die. Now, some crucial pieces that I'm missing are lifesteal. So that would be excellent. And we're missing the Hercules. So this wave 20 is going to be extremely tough, and it looks like we won. They went ahead and ended it on 19, and the enemy team was not ready. So unless they have super upped SS, which looks like it's pretty upgraded, there's a decent chance they hold this actually. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. Looks like they held it. We got some much needed minerals, and I'll tell you right now that this is not a good wave for not a good wave, or not a good build for this wave. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna build another one of those. Maybe I shouldn't do it there, but
Additional supply depots
oh
required.
shit. Got it. Well, we're gonna stop sending and we're gonna go finish this SS. So, look at this. Just absolutely destroyed. This is a terrible, terrible build for the boss wave. And the game's over. We probably lost. But you never know. You never know. We're up against them, and whoa, team, where are we at here? So we're just gonna try and live as long as we can with extreme healing and this, and we win. Well, that was pretty close. So at the end there, what I was doing is you don't use overburn on the boss, okay? You use elusive barrier, so a lot of that attacks won't hit. Right when your shields are down, you hit extreme healing. Alright, that made the difference. Right, we won by 2,700 and we were getting hit by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bosses. They were getting hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But ours started hitting a little bit sooner. And then you want to earth shock as many of them as you can. Pretty self-explanatory, but you want to use your stuff as soon as possible. So the fact that I was a little bit late to this, to hit elusive barrier since nobody else was doing it, and you also probably don't want to assume that your team knows how to do that. I've seen many a time where we lost because the person operating this had no earthly idea what the fuck they were doing. So elusive barrier, earth shock, and when your shields run out, you hit extreme healing. Now this happens on the boss wave quite a bit. Wave 20, people just get decimated on wave 20 because if you don't get a few builders, a few key builders, you're just gonna die. Like nobody fucking held this at all. Like nobody. You're like, why did anybody hold this? Well, one, yes, there were some additional sins, but mostly what you need. I mean, look, I've got a fat fucking army. Dude, I had, well, it's not that fat, but nobody held it. We got people with 7,200 that didn't hold it. You can easily hold with 70, 72, 7,300 army value. You just need the right units. So a Hercules is super strong. I mean, really all you need is one Hercules and a line of tanks around it. So instead of this Zergling here, or instead of this Crescendo here, if I had a Hercules there, a lesser unit, cost-wise, value-wise, then the bosses would have just kept getting stunned over and over again. And it's ideal if you have like a couple of Krogaths, at least 2. But if you don't even need Krogaths or anything that heals, you just need a decent tank line and a Hercules. Then when the boss hits it, it gets stunned. And even if you have units that you've sent that reduce the stun, I believe it's High Templar or something, it just hits it again and gets stunned, right? So you really just need a Hercules and a decent amount of damage. So the Melanos are pretty good for stunning the bosses as well. It's not as good as a Hercules, obviously, not even close. So anyway, that was this game. Team, let's see. Our guy, 315, I mean, this is why you have to gas, my man. And this guy too. You have to gas. If you haven't gassed and your income is this low, I mean, look, my income 894, that's the highest in the game. Highest income. Also, you know, we be up in that SS quite a bit. Oh, Fudgy Wumple. He's I've seen him before. He's got quite a bit of experience. Anyway, pretty decent ELO. But look, see, this team of total shit show. Almost everyone on this team is lower ELO than the enemy team, right? We won because of SS manipulation, basically. Anyway, that's this one. On to the next one.